All right. Thank you so very much. I'm going to break from script, but there are a couple of points that I do want to make. So I just want to say I am deeply honored by today's recognition. The vibes are very high in the room, and I don't take any of this for granted. So this is the Culture Creators. So let me first start by thanking God. So for those people who know me, they know that I put God first in all things. And me and JC, we got this deal. When these things happen, he gets the glory. So first thanks to him. I want to go back and acknowledge joy again. Because if you've never put these type of productions together, it's a lot. And you put it on top of an environment that companies are having to make decisions. It's not that they don't want to do things, but there are, protocols and compliance measures and all things now that folks are navigating their way through. So to have hundreds in a room gathered, and she wasn't telling you all a story when she told you, because at one point she wasn't sure that she was going to do it. And I told her, God will provide. And I'm so thankful that she's able to witness into the goodness of what he is able to do in all of you being here today. To my honorees, could I have not been in a better class? I know this to the prior honorees, but I am just the class of 2025. I'm just deeply honored. Pinky Cole, you already know, she's told you, people ask, what is it? A lot of folks ask, what does she do? And I always say, those who know, know. But Fawn Weaver told Pinky to call me, and we were able to work through what was I use those situations as lessons and learnings. But what I can tell you for sure is that I've seen the direction and where she's taking, you all know it as Slutty Vegan. I call it something else. But just stay tuned. And I believe that sometimes, we go through our struggles and battles just to be set up and positioned for all that is greater. So, Pinky, I could not have asked for anyone better than to do my introduction today. I do want to couple that with, going back to what do I do. I try to use my superpowers for good in business. I'm entrusted to represent Fortune 1000 global organizations, but I take equal pride and pleasure in working with scaled businesses, mid-cap businesses, and guiding them as well. And so when I see, entrepreneurs that are maybe facing some challenges, I'm always here for the call. Many of you know the gathering spot. Ryan Wilson, Ryan Glover, we were able to work through things by way of making sure that another strong, healthy business saw that everything that it was supposed and will be, and I'm proud of that group as well. But the big companies call me, and they call me sometimes when they're in trouble. But I always want to say this to you too. Don't believe everything. Now, we got to hold companies accountable. But I also believe that we got to give them a little bit of grace in guiding them forward. And so what my job is to go in, represent the best interests of all of you and the culture. So those who know me too know that I am the same person in any room, and I'm very comfortable in my voice and representing what is right. So when the culture represents itself in a way that to the tune of billions of dollars in consumer power, I'm going to always go in and do what is in the best interest for all. I'll tell you this, and again, like I say, I don't want to be before you long. I do want to put a challenge out because, again, this is really around the stories that we tell. I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge, and they're going to get mad at me, but they'll be all right. See, I believe in the power of community and culture and that they are our greatest force multipliers. And the stories we tell start with knowing that others have charted the pathways in which we benefit. So today, I have leaders who are sitting at my table, my dear friends, Mignon Moore and Bishop Leah Daughtry, two of the several architects behind, if you know, the Color Girls. See, these are women who didn't just navigate systems in public policy, civic engagement, public service, and more. They rewired them. They rewired them for us. They showed us that leadership isn't about just being in the room. It's about making the room matter. And so I want to make sure that I thank you. They've traveled from New York, from D.C. to be here with me today. But I think it's important. This is very important because we stand on the shoulders. We've talked about the ancestors, but I want to talk about people who are in this room. And it's important that we always give our flowers. So I love you all. I think the world of you. I appreciate you for your guidance and your prayers. You know, I look at it and I said, you know, from, if you think about it, from Atlanta to Accra, from Compton to Cape Town, the culture is global. And I'm just honored to be recognized amongst so many here today. Thank you.